Oh, yeah, Willy D.
I love those sounds.
Oh, man, it's like RV camping at Wade's RV.
It's that time.
I can't see anything. I should have brought some of my accessories.
Should have got them. If you didn't know about them, you can find them on last week's
Maybe I should
broadcast.
open my eyes and I could see. That was a problem. My bad.
Bring your headlamp.
Hey, guys. Welcome to the podcast. It's RV Camping with Wade's RV. Today, we're going to talk about protecting your investment, and that means storing your RV. Because, you know, I hear this story time and time again. They get excited. Man, we just bought our new RV. We want to take it home. We'll put all the stuff in there. We're going to fill up the refrigerator with food. We're going to fill up the cabinets with towels and clothes. And, oh, let's go buy some clothes just for the RV. So when we go camping, we don't have to go and put the clothes from the house to the RV, back from the RV to the house. No, we'll just buy RV clothes. And then they do that, and it's sitting in front of their house, and they get a little letter in the mail with a picture of their RV in front of their house, and the HOA says, "You can't park your RV in front of your house, Willy D."
What are you going to do?
HOA, I'm going to give you a fee.
Who you going to call?
You can call Wade's RV.
Come on. We got those options and solutions for you. And we're also going to tell you about a few RV storage options you can do at your house as well.
Oh, there you go.
Kind of starting at the top, what the best is, and not necessarily the worst, because any storage and any protection from your RV is better than nothing at all. So
I like where this is going, Willy D. I have to plug the guys that help you out at the RV storage facilities. You got Vince in Goldsby. He helps us out there. It's Vince. If you want to get a hold of Vince, it's 405-288-1247. That number is 405-288-1247. Ask for Vince, and he'll get you hooked up. He'll let you know if there's availability inside, or we have covered outdoor parking, or just outdoor parking.
Absolutely. So a lot of the times, like you were saying, with storage, it's not just about the protection of your RV. It's actually about where you're going to place your RV due to the HOAs and just, you know, wanting to make sure that your RV is somewhere that's secure. And one thing great is whether it's indoor, covered, or outdoor storage, it's all security camera. You know, it's all monitored. Yep. And then there also is gate coded entries. So you can get in there 24/7, 365, but it's also secure from all those outside forces.
And so in Goldsby, at our location there, we actually have people that kind of like camp host. They live there on site. So there's actually not just cameras and protection and security and gate codes. You have people living there. So they are watching firsthand. And then here in Tulsa, we have all of those same amenities, and you're going to call 918-291-1011 if you're in the Tulsa area. That's 918-291-1011, and just ask for somebody in the storage facility.
We can get you taken care of. We just expanded out here. We're in our brand new building out here in Glenpool. And right to the, in front of us, actually, and to the right, we have what is that? Probably 50 new bays that we have. We have a lot of new storage areas. So if you've been on that waiting list, you're getting just a little bit closer, and we'll get you inside there and get you taken care of, because that's our motto here at Wade's RV. We'll get you taken care of.
Yeah,
get you back on the road, turning miles into memories.
I guess so. Number one, we covered that. How to store your RV at Wade's RV, right? Wade's RV Storage.
Wade's RV Storage, or if you do need some tips, you can always call us and we can give you some recommended tips based on the situation you have at your house or business.
I forgot to say, obviously, wadesrv.com. You go there, you look up top, and we have a couple of different options where you can find the storage tab. You click on that, it'll tell you some of the information about the availability, and then a phone number, how you could contact us, get into contact with Vince, all that good stuff. So you have so many options there. Call, website, Facebook, whatever.
And we forgot the OG storage side over there with Amanda. She has tons of different storage options over there as well, and that is on the website. I wanted to make sure we did not forget the 121st store.
So you could, access the phone number, and the Tulsa phone number would kind of cover both stores.
It covers both of them. Just depends on the option that you click, 1 or option 3, depending on where you're going.
Okay.
But, lots of different options at Wade's RV, but let's talk about at your house. What are you going to do if you're not storing at Wade's RV?
What are you going to do?
What options are available to you?
Man, what are you going to do? You're going to go search Google You're going to
how
find
to
something
store your
stupid.
RV.
Don't do something stupid from Google, huh?
Don't. Listen to the pros here at Wade's RV, and we can help get you taken care of.
Okay.
Now, we did talk a couple weeks ago about mini RVs and a couple of the benefits that come with mini RVs. And one of those benefits is that many times, with them being under 3,500 pounds, being those lower profile, you can actually store them in your garage. So we're talking about storing here at Wade's RV. That's what we have is 10-foot by 50-foot bays, so you can pull your RV in there. If you have your garage and you have a mini RV, many times you can also fit it in there. Also, a lot of times people, if they are, able to, they do build a full separate garage for their big Class A or Class C, so they can put it in there. Sometimes their tinkers put their cars in there, their fishing gear, and a whole bunch of different stuff. And so there's lots of different options that you can do at your house, either building a facility, or if you do have one of those smaller RVs, you can, sometimes move it with your hand and just push it right on in there. And that's going to really create the ultimate protection for your RV, because you're not going to have sun beating down on there. You're not going to have any wind. And the big factor with RVs, you're not going to have any of that water.
That's 100% correct. And then I've seen a lot of people do, like a carport style.
Carport style is another great option, and I'll tell you why I like that. So, for one, it is going to protect the roof of your RV from, number one, the sun. I said the water was a huge factor, which it absolutely is, but those sun rays really can do, it can cause some damage to your roof. You want to make sure that you're conditioning it at least once a year, checking all of those seals, and by protecting the top of it so you're not having those UV rays hit the top, it's just going to help preserve those seals just a little bit better. So I really like that. Secondly, I like that the carport is another great option because it will most of the time keep the leaves off of your camper. So if you have trees in your yard, those leaves do fall. And if you're storing your camper with your slide outs out or even with them in, those leaves can get up there. And if you leave them sitting up there, kind of like in your pool, they do make that slimy film. And if you got up there trying to dance, you're going to have a hard time. You're going to be slipping and sliding all over that
I've been
roof.
doing the slip and slide dance.
Slip and slide. And what are you going to be getting on your roof for? More than likely, most people aren't dancing every single day on their RV, but they're probably getting up there to check those seals and check those, just all that sealant and stuff just to make sure it's taken care of. And if it's slippery, you're not going to be having a good time up there or really being able to see exactly what you're dealing with. So that's a great thing. And then the last, couple weeks, we've also had these big thunderstorms and things, hail damage. So if you have that roof on there, you can't protect it from that side wind necessarily, but all that hail coming from the top, you're going to be able to protect yourself from that, or even, sometimes those limbs going back to the trees, going to give you a lot of different protection. And so that would probably be your second best option for storing your RV at the house.
Did we talk about tarps?
We haven't talked about tarps because that's probably the
last option.
Last option. I'm not going to say it's the worst option because if we just like the people of Walmart, it can always get worse.
The thing is, and so, we kind of went from most expensive to a little bit more cost effective. So if you build a garage, I've seen, there's neighborhoods where you could definitely, the HOA allows you to have an RV there, but you have to build a shop that kind of matches the look of your house. So you could do that, and that's going to cost you, I don't know how many, like 40, 50, 60, 70,000. I don't know, depending on the going rate at the time that you build it. And then a carport is going to be definitely cheaper than the full-on garage. So the next thing you would have to look at is a tarp.
A tarp, and like I said, anything is better than no protection.
Yeah.
If you have a tarp that
now, we're not talking about a tarp that you would just go buy from Atwoods.
You can do that if you'd like. Those are the difference you're going to find in between that RV tarp or that RV cover and a tarp you're going to find at Atwoods is really going to be the durability and the thickness of that tarp. You can go, as I said, anything is better than nothing. So you can get one of those thinner tarps and put it over the top of your RV. But if you have one of those RV covers, usually they are thicker. And by thicker, they're usually multi-play. Yes, they do have that UV protection, and that comes with the thickness and the materials that they use. So a tarp is probably going to be your lower tier of protection, which you can go to Atwoods or Walmart or something and get. And that's really going to help take the water off there, take the leaves, and kind of like opening up your pool. If you're storing your RV over the winter season, you can put that on there. whenever it comes summertime, pull it off and then go out camping again. But those RV covers, those are awesome. And so they'll really help you with the sun, help you with those leaves, help you with the water damage, which is how thick they are. They really, really do a good job. It is going to be a little bit more expensive than the tarp, but it's going to give you so much more protection at the end of the day. And once again, just like we have storage here, we can also get you those covers from our parts department. So if you want to call Larry, or if you want to call Wes up in Joplin, or Tyson here at Glenpool, they can find those RV covers, because if you have a Honda Accord, it's not going to fit the same as a Ford Expedition. So we want to make sure we get you the right size cover to fit the right sizes of RV, because there's so many different shapes and sizes.
And that is correct. And then we have another option. And of course, these are the options that you could do at home, right?
Absolutely.
The last option is, I don't got time for that. I'm just going to park it out back.
You can always just park it out back.
You can do it. I mean, hey, I'm just going to state the obvious. But, and you kind of just touched on this a little bit earlier, Willie D. You really want to, we said at the beginning, protect your investment, okay? So when storing, you need to think about the ceiling or the roof. And so you need to think about the seals, and you need to think about things that the sun is just going to sit there and just bake and beat it down. And if you don't take care of that, you don't protect it, it's going to eventually turn into those water leaks and stuff like that. So
protect your investment and protect your time, because these RVs, you could set it out back, just like what Little Wade was saying, and it's going to be fine. These roofs most of the time have a 10, 15, 20-year warranty, but you're going to have to maintain them. And so by taking these steps to help maintain your roof is really what's going to be protecting those materials, and hence protecting your investment. So it's really just going to be protecting your time and saving your energy and money.
Perfect. So now we talked about protection with covering your RV and stuff. I would say the best, most easiest is just to get a storage facility, find a storage facility near you, and just store it inside, or some sort of covered parking.
Covered parking, storage. As we said, we have tons of different
parking.
options.
I keep saying parking, covered storage.
Covered storage. I mean, you got to park it somewhere, unless you're just driving around full time with a trailer on the back. But
so, Willie D, best practices. Say I'm going to store this thing. Can I just keep the slide outs out and the jacks down?
Now, that is where some people do get into a little bit more controversial topics. Now, if you keep your slide outs out, I mean, that's on you.
That's your prerogative.
Yes, you're not going to catch me with my slide outs out. And here's why, because just like what we were talking about. Now, let me rephrase that.
Okay.
If it's in indoor storage and you have your slide outs out, I guess it's really not harming anything. But I just wouldn't want the gears, the roofing material that's on the slide, the actual flaps that move the slides in and out. If you're just leaving it like that, what are the odds that, the wind or just the camper moving, something might move something? Let's say it moves one of those slide flaps. Then you're just going to have water pouring in your RV. If you have it completely closed up and sealed up, just like it's meant for transport, I'm not going to say you'll never have that problem, but you're going to be a lot more protected. And the square footage of, surface area that's exposed to the elements is going to be taken down by about 75%. So I would never store my RV with the slide outs out unless I was using it on a very regular basis. Now, the jacks up or down. This is where I would say I probably would go ahead and leave my jacks down. Here in Oklahoma, we do have lots of wind. So I think that extra stability is, it is nice. I don't like going out and seeing my camper rock back and forth. Now, if you have a tornado come through here, is it going to keep your RV upright and from being taken away into the wind from an F5? No, it's not. Let's not be crazy.
I thought you were going to say yes.
No, these are not anchors like from the Titanic where it's sunk into the ocean floor. That's not the case at all, but it's going to help with the stability. And so I do like it.
And we're talking about those stabilizers
and leveling jacks, both of those. So you're not going to go wrong with having them down. I would make sure that you have maybe something underneath the jacks if you're keeping it in your field or somewhere that the ground might be a little softer, because that RV does have some weight to it. So those jacks might sink down a little bit, but you're not going to go wrong with keeping the jacks down. And also, you're not necessarily going to go wrong with keeping them up. If you have them up, you're just parking your travel trailer, your fifth wheel underneath your carport, and you're just storing it. I mean, that's just one less step you have to do. So that I would probably say is more personal preference, just of what you see fit and what you like better.
Things to check when getting your RV out of storage.
Like I said, if you have been storing your RV, one thing I would definitely do is I would pull my RV out, I would open up all those slides, and I would look to see if there has been any, leaks that I didn't know about. You hope that never happens, but I've been in enough trade-ins where someone didn't go in their RV for 6 months, a year, sometimes 2 years, and then they go in, they notice there was a small leak. Key term, was a small leak.
Yep.
But wherever water goes, it's likely to expand. And so it expanded to a bigger problem, and then they're left with hundreds or thousands of dollars in damage. So go in there every 6 months or so, check, open up your slides, check your RV, make sure there hasn't been any water getting in there, whether that be from the slide outs or even just your skylights and stuff. Nothing lasts forever. So if your seals haven't been checked and haven't been replaced in a couple years, that's probably something you're going to need to check just a little bit more often to make sure that you don't have those problems later on down the road. So I would just give my RV just a general look over. I would also check my tire pressures because as you're sitting there, we're talking about seasons going back and forth. My 8th grade science teacher taught me that when it gets warm, air expands and contracts. So you want to make sure your tire pressures are good to go because typically blowouts happen from user malfunction. Either it's overloaded or underinflated or overinflated. So you can save yourself trouble down the roads by just taking preventative steps, checking out those tires, checking out those seals, and just making sure your RV's clean, ready to go out there and hit the open road and get camping, making miles into memories with your friends and family.
And before you pull out, you better plug that thing in and check your lights, folks. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Your blinkers are working still. Just because it worked when you put it up doesn't mean that something didn't happen, like a mouse, Mr. Mouse decided to chew through your wires or something silly like that. So make sure that your lights are working so you're out there traveling safe. And always remember, just take the easy way and call Wade's RV for your storage needs. That's 918-291-1011 in the Tulsa area, 405-288-1247 in the Oklahoma City area, and Joplin coming soon. Coming soon in Joplin. We don't have storage there yet at our newest facility, but we will have something there soon.
Very soon.
Thank you guys for watching RV Camping with Wade's RV. I'm Little Wade.
And I'm Willy D.
Man, I love that sound, Willy D.
Takes me back.
Whew.
Takes me to that campfire.
Oh.